We all love a deal, and like most of you, we're always on the lookout for the best indie game bargains to be had from the major online platform marketplaces. Unlike other channels, we don't cherry pick a single store, and of course there's nothing wrong with that, although in this video, uploaded Monday 9th March, the best looking offers of the week are on Steam, the Nintendo eShop and the Epic Games Store. So let's get cracking with two ridiculously good games that aren't just on sale, but are completely and utterly free this week on the Epic Games Store. A Short Hike and Mutazione both came out last year, and both found themselves within our 2019 Game of the Year countdown. If you haven't seen our best of the best from last year, you can find a link to the video down in the description or by clicking the card that should be on screen now. Mutazione is particularly special with its vivid and delightful soap opera-like story, with it having some of the best writing we've seen within games in years, particularly in the detail around the slice-of-life moments, with it also reaching a level of sophistication rarely seen within this medium. Now, we know some of you have reservations on Epic and using the Epic Games Store, although we honestly urge you to do yourself a huge favour and pick up both of these games the moment you're done with this video. Consider it priority number one for the rest of the day. If you do, we're pretty sure you'll love both as much as we do. Up next, we're going to take a look into some of the best looking deals currently on offer by way of Steam. One of the best is actually one of the newest and hottest games of the moment, and comes in the form of Yes, Your Grace, which launched a few days ago, just before this video went up. At its core, Yes, Your Grace is a kingdom management simulator which sees you as a king trying to do the best for your kingdom, but also your family, particularly your three daughters who are, like most siblings, always bickering and at each other's throats. It's all superbly well written, has some top-notch pixel art going on, and delivers a wonderful story with some of the most interesting and quirky characters we've met in ages. It's honestly highly recommended and is currently 10% off across the US, UK and European Steam pages, with this offer ending on March 13th. Next up, with a 70% discount, is Vampyr. Set within London in 1918 at the time of the Spanish flu, you play as Jonathan Reed, having recently been yourself turned into a vampire. While the combat is all decent enough, it's best coming into this one with a view as it being an action-adventure with a terrific overall narrative rather than anything else, with many branching sections for you to follow. You're also able to fully embrace your new vampire powers or not, the choice is yours. We've played it a few times, being totally evil, a real goody two-shoes, and something right there in the middle. Be quick though. The 70% off discount is set to expire soon after this video airs on March 9th. Though given the discount on what is such a great game, we thought we'd still like to share it and hope a few people are able to make use of the discount. The next game we saw that is currently on sale at 50% off is Dark, which is just in time for the game's free DLC, The Tower, which came out on Friday, March 6th. Currently priced at $9.99 US and just over £7.50 in the UK, Dark tells the story of Lloyd, a boy who becomes aware he's awake within a dream, with it soon becoming a nightmare. Pretty much all done by a single developer, Dark is a rich and atmospheric puzzle platformer with an exceptional monochrome aesthetic. We really enjoyed Dark, particularly in how it forces you to rethink how items and objects may act by way of the alternate physics you must apply within the various puzzling sections. We're eager to get going on this once again with the free DLC, and if you decide to get this one with a 50% off sale which lasts until March 16th, I'd love to hear what you make of this one or any of the other games in this video down there in the comments. The last one from Steam for this week's sales and bargain rundown, well, it's currently a whopping 90% off. Escape Doodland is an intense 2D arcade platforming auto-runner with an art style that's straight out of a child's sketchbook. You play as one of the titular doodlers, an inhabitant of Doodle World that's been attacked by a merciless monster. First out a year or so ago, we're big fans of how the art style looks, and the notion of the world being drawn goes so far as you can see the graph paper it's built upon. The single player is spot on, although the couch co-op mode for up to 4 people is where we've played this one the most. This one's on sale at under $1, pound and euro until March 13th. Now moving on to the Nintendo eShop, where we spotted some fabulous games on some really good deals. First up, Dead End Job is currently on sale with 30% discount, which drops the price below a tenner in the UK and just below $12 across in the US. This 90s looking cartoon inspired action arcade adventure sees you harvesting the souls of the dead while also trying to climb the corporate ladder by fair means or foul. It came out late last year and has been a firm favourite of ours, mostly again due to its couch co-op options, with it being one of the better twin-stick shooters from late last year. As many of these games are in this sale, the offer ends on March 13th. Felix the Reaper can also be had with 40% discount in the US, although not in Europe by the looks of things. And again, the sale ends March 13th. First out in mid-October of last year, this game so far has been almost criminally overlooked and is one of the better puzzler games to come out on the Switch during the second half of 2019. It uses a pretty unique mechanic which sees you move your character across a board by way of using items in the environment to cast shadows, in which you're able to move Felix from place to place, and in doing so create setup sequences like Final Destination for a certain chosen people. Aside from the fabulous music, first-rate animation that used stop-motion footage of professional dancers, it also comes with the quite fantastic and charismatic voiceover from Sir Patrick Stewart, which sets Felix the Reaper off rather nicely. Felix the Reaper is currently down at $14.99 US and has a usual RRP of $24.99. Another game on sale in the US store only, which caught our eye, is Beat Cop, which can be gobbled up for $5.99, which represents a fairly decent saving of around 60%. While it came out way back in 2017, this pixel art story takes you back to the real essence of those 80s cop shows you might remember from, let's say, Saturday early evenings. In Beat Cop, you play as a former detective having been framed for murder. Now, as a regular beat cop, it's up to you to find out who framed you and, of course, take care of business. Be aware, though, the themes and humour of the game are really quite on the line, and what was clearly wrong, although acceptable back in cop shows of the 80s, is all on display here. So go into this one if you choose to with that in mind. This offer ends March 15th. Up now, and this really is a bargain, Celeste is also on sale until March 12th within Europe and most of the worldwide shops, although I'm sorry to say the exception here seems to be the US, where it remains at a full RRP. Elsewhere, you can get hold of Celeste with a discount of up to 66%, which in the case of the UK takes it down from £17.99 UK pounds to just over £6. So what's that? Just over the price of a pint and a half in a pub? Either way, this astonishing narrative-driven puzzle platformer was almost our game of the year back in 2018 when it launched. It features over 700 screens of some of the most hardcore platforming challenges you can find today on the platform. Its clever use, though, of many accessibility features also makes Celeste a real treasure and a treat, and with this discount, it feels the team at Matt Makes Games are almost giving it away. The same could also be said of the next game in this on sale showcase, which looks to be on offer until March 23rd across all of the major eShop stores. Old Man's Journey is a colourful and delightful point-and-click adventure, looking into the memories and life of the central character, dealing with broken dreams, loss, hope, and reconciliation by way of beautifully crafted vignettes with which you interact and create a path for the old man to journey through each level. Delightfully reflective, this compact little game is now $1.99 in the US, $1.99 in the Eurozone and $1.79 in the UK, which represents a huge saving of around 80%. Up now and coming with a price that's 50% off, which ends on the 15th of March or 16th depending on your location, The Gardens Between is a really special adventure puzzle game where you take control of two friends as they journey through surreal and mythical garden islands. We covered this one with a full review back when it launched in September 2018. There's a link down in the description, or you can click the card which should be on screen now. Delightfully written, with you able to use time manipulation where it's malleable and flows in all directions, the two friends explore the gardens and tinker with memories just gone and how they'll be remembered. It's also very bittersweet, but very beautiful with it. And that's just about it for today's video. One last thing though, all of the games featured here in this one are 100% recommended, and we'd love to hear from you all which ones you're playing or planning on getting down in the comments. As always, many thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and turn notifications on, and be sure to check out some of the other videos on the channel. And as always, we'll catch you all here again soon for more indie game videos.